Ciao a tutti e benvenuti. My name is Davide. I'm 25 years old and I'm an Italian teacher. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this specific lecture. In today's lecture, we're going to see the difference between masculine and feminine. Let's go. It's very important in Italian to distinguish between masculine and feminine nouns because all the nouns in Italian has to be whether masculine or feminine. There's no other way around. And according to the gender, they're associated with a specific article. So it's important to learn it. So now you might be asking yourself, but okay, how can I actually distinguish masculine versus feminine nouns? Let's have a look. There's a general rule in Italian that says that all the nouns that ends with the letter O are masculine and are singular. Okay? For example, gatto, which is cat, ends with the letter O, gatto, which tells us that gatto is a masculine name and it's singular. Then, at the singular form, we can have names that end with the letter A, and those are almost always feminine. For example, la casa, the house. Casa, casa ends with the letter A, which tells us it's feminine and it's singular. Then we have a third option for singular names, which is e. Okay? This is tricky because when a noun is singular and it ends with the letter e, it can be both masculine or feminine, meaning that there's not a specific rule to establish which gender the name is. We have to learn it by heart. We have to learn it by, for example, reading a book. It will just become natural at a certain point to distinguish, okay? But unfortunately, there's not a specific rule. So once again, if it ends with O, it's going to be masculine. If it ends with A, it's going to be feminine. And if it ends with E, it can be masculine or feminine. We don't know. We have to learn it. So again, all the Italian nouns in the singular form, they ends with O, A, E, with some few exceptions that we're going to see later on. The plural form, what happens? So all the names that and the singular form that ends in O, they become I. Gatto, gatti. Cats, gatti. Okay? Then casa, case. Okay? So from A to E. And then the last category is going to become I. E, I. Okay? There are few exceptions. We have exceptions because we have very few words that end with the letter U, like blue, and they remain the same. So it's going to be blue at the singular and it's going to be blue at the plural. Same for the words that end with I. Analisi, analisi, which is analysis, analysis. They're going to remain the same both for the singular and the plural form. Having said that, 95% of the Italian words, they end with O-A-E at the singular form. It's very rare to find U or I. Okay? So now you know the general rule, but let's put it in practice, okay? Because it might be a bit difficult to grasp it. Let's see some examples. So, masculine name, which end with O, and then at the plural form they become I. We have cavallo, cavalli, horse, horses. Libro, libri, book, books. Okay, see from O to I. Libro, libri. Tavolo, tavoli. Table, tables. So, if you see a noun that ends with O, in your mind you will think, okay, this is masculine. Okay? Let's see some example with feminine, femminile. Casa, case. Mela, mele. An apple, apples. Okay? Matita, matite. Pencil, pencils. A, E. And then we have the third category, the most difficult one, ei. Cane, cani. Okay, in that specific case, cane is masculine, il cane. The dog. Pesce, pesci, fish. Il pesce. Also in this case, pesce is masculine. But if you look at the last one, classe, classe, classi, classe is feminine, la classe. Okay, but now you might be asking yourself, okay, cane, pesce are masculine, and classe is feminine, but they all ends with the letter E. How can you distinguish it? Again, there's no specific rule, unfortunately. You just have to learn it, noun by noun, or most likely it will just become natural to you. When you know a specific noun, you will also understand whether it's masculine or feminine. My suggestion is to not worry too much about this third category. It's just good to know that it exists. It's just good to know that there's no specific rule to understand whether it's masculine or feminine. You will learn it naturally, so don't worry. Let's see other examples. So we have quadro, okay? Quadro. It ends with the letter O. So what is it according to you? It's masculine. It's maschile. Great. Maschile. Festa. Party. Okay. What do you think? What do you think about this one? It ends with the letter A. So it's femminile. Femminile. Okay. Sole. The sun. This ends with the letter E. So you might be unsure about it. But it's masculine. Il sole. The sun. Madre. Again with the letter E. Mother. It's feminine, femminile. Okay? So here I'm gonna give you some other guidelines that can be implemented upon the general rule. All these words that you have here are masculine. And these are for months, for the days of the week, and the cardinal points. So the months like gennaio, febbraio, marzo, January, February, March. The days of the week, lunedì, martedì, Monday, Tuesday, and the cardinal points, so north, south, east, ovest. Those are always masculine. Don't worry about remembering a specific word. We're gonna have some vocabulary lectures just about those. So instead, all these words are always femminili, feminine. All the ones related to sciences, like matematica, fisica, geografia, maths, physics, geography, so all the disciplines in general. Then, this is interesting, all the continents and all the nations, Italia, Francia, Europa, Spagna, okay? Those are always feminine. And lastly, we have regioni e città, regions and cities. Firenze, Roma, always femminili, always feminine. Okay, great. So, you made it. Now we have a riassunto, a summary of what we learned. Congratulations, first of all. Today we understood the difference between masculine and feminine nouns. Again, we have masculine nouns if they end with O for singular nouns, and then they become I, plural. Then we have a, e for feminine, and then we have e, I for all the names that can be both masculine or feminine that we need to learn. Good job! You made it till the end of the lecture. I hope you liked it and I hope you learned something. Before you go, I want to tell you one thing. I recently made an online course composed by 18 hours of videos like this one that you just saw. So if you like this video and if you feel like you're learning, go ahead and check out my course, because there you will find way more material and you will have access it in a structured way. It's perfect if you are a beginner, because this course will teach you the basics of Italian. I leave the link in the description and see you at the next lecture. Ciao ciao!